Tonight's episode of Painting with Menoth John will not be seen tonight, so that we may present a very special collaboration between Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Mothership, a horror survival RPG starring the cast of Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Presented in Super Legitivision, the future of podcasting. It's .com. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 4, which is actually episode 6 if you count episode 0 and episode 1.5 of the Mothership RPG. We are super excited to be here with you tonight. Welcome to episode 4, Infection. And as your GM this evening, of course, you know me as Menoth John, host of Painting with Menoth John, and the podfather and the progenitor of most War Machine and Hordes podcasts you've ever heard of. I'll take credit for them all. Why not? They're all out of business. Why shouldn't I take credit for them? With me tonight, of course, is the extended cast of the Beer Machine podcast. Let's start off with a beverage update, of course, as we are wont to do, and introductions. As we are also wont to do, I tonight will be drinking from Rustic Road Brewing, a raspberry milkshake IPA, tilting the tables at around, I think it was about 7% alcohol. It's delicious. If you are lactose intolerant, it's not as delicious, but it is super delicious for me, and it's got the nose of fresh raspberries and athletic sock, but it tastes way better than that. Delicious. Let's go over to Beer Machine Rich. Rich, what are you having this evening? And introduce yourself.
I am drinking an entire glass of Negroni, specifically Kingston Negroni.
What makes it Kingston, Rich?
Yes, thanks to John for turning me on to the Kingston variation of Negroni, which has rum instead of gin. The rum featured here is Plantation 5-year, and this is damn awesome. I like it a lot, and this is probably just a glass of what's, I don't know, volumetrically comes out to probably like 30-something, 40% alcohol.
Yeah, it's a tumbler of booze.
Yeah, and I have to work in the morning, so hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron. For those of you who don't know what a Negroni is, and I feel obligated to share with our listeners tonight what a Negroni is. Would you like to share what a Kingston Negroni is and where the variation is?
Yes, there is Campari in here. Campari is an herbal spirit that has I don't know what the exact ingredients are in it, but
nobody knows and nobody will tell you.
Yeah, so think like not amaretto. It's like herbal like amaretto, but doesn't get you horny like amaretto, I guess. I don't know.
It's classified as a bitter. So
yeah, there you go. And sweet vermouth, which is vermouth but sweet, and and rum, as opposed to gin. So there you go.
100%.
Obviously, I am not a mixed drink connoisseur, as you guys all know.
Have you, Rich? I hate to turn this into Mothership, the discussion of cocktails, but why not? Have you tasted straight sweet vermouth?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's very interesting. It has notes of rosemary and sage. It's very herbal. And
it's like someone took a shitty box wine, put a little sugar and like a bunch of herbs in it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a very interesting beverage, but when teamed with Campari, and pick a proofed up spirit, either your gin or your rum, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it tastes good and it'll get you drunk.
So thank you, Sasha. Eric, if you would like to share with the team what the robot with the most is having for drinking tonight.
So in line with being fully anatomically correct, that includes a stomach. And I am drinking Liquid Lollipop series, raspberry, banana, and marshmallow, triple fruited sour from Froth Brewing Company. And I have to say, other than being delicious, look at this.
Look at this drink. This drink is amazing.
That is the most mauve the most
Yeah.
mauve beer I've ever seen.
Do you
Dude,
lick it and
is-
does it taste like raisins?
It does not taste like raisins, luckily. That would be weird for a triple fruited sour in most cases. Now, in this case, the banana is actually not super strong, which is good. I don't know, it just has a general fruit taste. There's a little bit of raspberry in it, and the marshmallow on the end is phenomenal. But I'm drinking beer and yogurt mixed together at last.
I see nothing wrong with this at all.
We're gonna call it Brogurt.
Brogurt. Oh
Brogurt.
God. Oh God.
No
Please.
spit take.
Can we call it
I
not
will say
Brogurt?
spit.
All right.
What runs through Eric's veins?
Right.
Oh God. We're gonna move on. All right. So we're gonna move on to our lower right-hand side, and of course we're talking about Reggie here. Reggie, what are you having for tonight's beverage?
I'm actually drinking white Riesling tonight. Little
Wow.
different.
What
So,
color? What
We
color is
cracked
your
into a
skirt?
bottle of wine, and then I'll switch to some
Oh, that's cool.
like Manhattans or ginger
Yeah,
beer
I'm not
later.
gonna
You're
judge
gonna
you.
have some white wine spritzers after that, maybe.
I'm not
Mhm.
gonna. I mean, how are the Uggs feeling? Are your Uggs nice and comfortable this evening?
They're fuzzy.
Yeah, very good.
That's good.
I'm happy
Little,
for you.
that vest to go with them too. Whatever that uniform, the Han Solo outfit. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's
Good.
fabulous, and I'm happy for
Very
you.
good.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
let's move on to Snuffy. What are you having this evening? And let's hope it's a little bit stiffer than what your scientist friends are drinking.
Oh, I'm always stiff, John. Don't
Oh.
you forget that.
God bless you. God bless you.
I have a draft mead from Charm City Meadery. It's Retire by the Fire with flavor notes of cacao, vanilla, and clove.
Oh,
I think that's a spicy little blend you got there. I got to give you that.
that sounds really good.
It is delightful.
So,
Nice.
oh hey, we just had an appearance by Foofer, the official ship
Ah.
dog of Mothership, the RPG. He came over and said, "What are you doing?" All right, so a little bit of bookkeeping before we get going here for those of you playing along at home. If you're playing the Mothership at home version, we had a level up situation following the shenanigans of last episode. And while we've just gone through the crew once already, we're going to go through it again. And we're going to start off with Rich here. Sasha. And
Sasha.
you leveled up to level 2. And tell us
Yes.
what you did with all of this.
With my wonderful points, I +5 to intellect.
Mhm.
Which maybe was reflected. I thought it okay, or I'm just kind of dumb. That's fine.
No, was it reflected? Because I'm using this, and the other character sheet is over there in the garbage.
Yes, it is reflected. Good Lord, I'm stupid.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Nope, it's okay. You're not stupid.
Jesus,
You're
I
just
started
not
out at
good.
24. Why did I make my guy so dumb?
Okay.
Just role play it. Role
yeah,
play
The
it.
dice roll.
It was dice roll suck.
+3 to combat.
Okay.
Because I figured that's going to come in handy. I used the second upgrade. I did remove all stress.
Okay.
And I banked a skill point from the previous level up.
Mm-hmm.
So I used one for military training to learn that skill.
Okay.
And then I spent the other 2 to learn jury rigging.
Seems legit. We're going to get back to you in just
Yes, we
got
gotta
to
talk about, in a
moments.
minute. Yep.
All right, and then Joe Snuffy, you're up next. You also leveled up to level 2, and tell me all about what you decided to do with your points.
I decided to throw all that into combat, so +5 to combat,
Okay.
because that was oddly my lowest skill, which seems bad.
Ooh,
Worst
yeah.
Marine
Then I did
ever.
+3 to speed to get those reactions up. Removed all stress, which I know is a sad note for you.
We call that the mix-a-batch
Hey,
specialty.
little quiet time in the corner with the magic sock. Good to go.
That's
Let's go
right.
Is that what happened to my beer?
And what else did you
I
do
don't
with
know.
all of
Did
this?
you help me?
Bro.
Then I used my 2 skills to points to get close quarter combat CQC in
Excellent.
case those
Excellent.
wonderful shrubberies grab me again.
And we're going to come back to you in just a few minutes. All right, so let's move on to Reggie. Reggie,
All right.
you leveled up also. What did you do with your
did.
points?
I didn't do a ton of exciting things, but I increased my intellect because scientist. I figured, why not?
I would like to point out that the Marine has more intellect than you do. I just want to put that out there.
Does he?
Yes, he does. Snuffy's intellect is 42. Yours is now 39.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
keep it up.
I'll get
Reach
there.
for the stars, scientist.
And then I basically kind of duplicated what I did for one, except for I banked my 2 skill points this time around.
Mhm.
So I increased my intellect by 5, my speed by 3, and my resolve by 1.
Where's that resolve showing up, by the way? I'm not seeing it.
So on the character sheet, it's under calm.
Calm. Okay. So what? Remind me what that does, because I'm a terrible GM. You have to tell me my job.
Okay. So resolve is your ability to ignore or cope with your accumulated stress.
Okay.
Every point of resolve you have provides -1 to all rolls on the panic effect table. If resolve brings your panic effect total to 1 or less, there is no effect, and you did not panic.
And you're at.
You start with 0 resolve.
And you have now 2 resolve.
Correct.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much for telling me my job. I appreciate that. We will not be coming directly back to you, however. Well, actually, we will. All right, so let's move on then to Eric. Eric, the hunky helper. You also leveled up to level 2. Tell me about what you've decided to do with your points.
Yes, I did. Well, I further increased my strength because Eric will be unstoppable. I also increased my strength by 5.
Mm-hmm.
My intellect was increased by 3 to bring it up to a nice round 30.
30.
I also increased my resolve again. Now, I did not reduce my stress at all, but I do have 2 resolve, so that helps a little bit. And I also gained the skill artificial intelligence.
What? You don't just get that?
It was about time.
Oh, no. This means that I can program and adjust artificial intelligences.
Marvelous.
I'm now correctly.
This seems like a bad thing.
So you're like the agent in the Matrix that takes over everything.
I was thinking more like that Terminator, the hot one that dresses up as an Air Force lieutenant at the end of T3.
Of course, that's the one you would draw attention to.
The one with adjusta boobs?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I forgot about that scene.
You know who didn't forget about that scene was Belinda Librarian. She did not forget about that scene.
Oh, wow. That must not be fun.
It was hilarious. No, she's a good sport about it. So, we have a little bit more bookkeeping to do because
of combat.
Because I got some bad news for y'all. No, you wish it was
Space
about
herpes outbreak.
You wish it was about combat. All right, so let's start off with Sasha. Sasha, as you will remember, you have infected skin.
Yes.
So, I would like you to add 3 stress.
Oh shit.
All right.
And I would like you to do a fear save. A fear save means that you must roll below 35.
Well, I'm sure I won't screw this up. All right.
You get it, Rillin.
Here comes the double dongle later.
Holy shit, I did. I rolled a 30.
Okay. So you are at 3 stress right now.
Wow.
Let me tell you a little bit about what you're feeling right now.
Okay.
You are... The skin over your entire body burns. Moving feels like it will tear the skin.
I've actually felt that before, so that's pretty unsettling.
Yeah, I mean, most times a penicillin shot will take care of that, but in this case, not.
That wasn't what I was referencing, but it was on a deployment.
Figured military guy, you know, shit happens. When a military man loves, whatever, we're gonna leave it right there.
We're just gonna
okay. So
anything.
You are. So that's the end. That's the end. That's not that bad. Now you were suffering 5 damage, but your scientist Reggie gave you a happy pill.
Yes.
And the happy pill is what is the roll, Adam? Is it 1d10? Because that would be
Just
normal.
1d10.
Okay, roll me 1d10, buddy.
So I fed him a pain pill,
Mm-hmm.
and it heals 1d10, and removes lower stress by 1.
Okay, well, you fed him before he leveled up, so you can forget about all that stress shit.
Correct.
And
I'm just stating it for the fact.
no, that's cool. He gave it to you. You leveled up, and you took you back to 0. So, anyway, so
Yep.
what did you roll?
A 1.
Okay, so you
Told you. Rolls are gone for the night. It's over.
plus 1 pain pill.
Now we're back
Equals-
to Rillin.
So
Yep.
you are now at 39 hit points.
The
Okay.
only way I can escape this is just to level up, so I stop sucking.
Or you find a cure for something. So, Snuffy. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Snuffy, you are okay. Your limbs feel crushed. By the way, add 3 stress.
Oh, well,
And give me a fear roll. Roll less than 30.
nope.
Okay. Then I need you to roll me one more d10.
4.
You are now at 5 stress. So you got a base 3 and you got a d5. So I took your d10, I divided it by 2, and now you're at 5 stress. Okay? This is what's going on in your body right now. Your limbs feel crushed while in a suit. Confusing and conflicting pangs of ghost pain from limbs. You can feel your toes and fingers moving, but they're not yours.
Again, like that scene from Annihilation.
A lot like that scene from Annihilation.
Ugh.
It's like snakes, but not. Okay?
Ooh.
We creep me out.
Hi, Reggie. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you're not doing that good.
Oh, did I get infected?
So, you feel an itching sensation within your stomach.
He's hungry.
That's all I got to say. You have an itching in your tummy tum. Hi, Eric. How's it going?
It's a baby.
What's up, Eric?
Nope.
Hey, Eric. Got some bad news for you, boy.
Oh no.
You've got stiffness in joints. And your teeth feel wobbly.
My teeth feel wobbly.
Your teeth feel wobbly. Might be just you need a preventative maintenance check, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to eat, so I might just remove them at some point.
okay, that's entirely up to you.
Beneficial for some of your
As
other
a
functions.
GM, I will not stand in your way of that course of action. All right, kids. So, when last we left our intrepid explorers, and intrepid they are, don't ever question that. We just found the freezers, and Sasha got fairly busted up by a group of shambling plant-like things that looked human, but also had some flowers on them and other of the moss growth, the kind of plant growth that we've seen consistently throughout the entire ship. But you did notice that the freezer appears to be free of such infection. And right now, if you're playing along on the home game of this, and you're following the map, you're in the Choi Labs storage area. And what do you do?
This is level 2, right?
Yeah.
You are in
Yeah, level 2.
level
Okay.
2. Yep.
All right. So to make sure. Sorry.
And
Go
to remind everyone, because there was a question before the podcast got started this evening, you are aware there is a cure, an inoculation for this. And it is located in the laboratory section in general, and you found out that it's in the general testing area.
Yes.
I can only hope that this is like an old school inoculation where like we're gonna have to take a piece of this stuff and like put it under our skin.
The world may never know until you get to that particular part.
Don't worry, Eric will help.
He'll find a place to put something.
So I guess before we get started, guys, Reggie's gonna kind of reciprocate. You know, I'm starting to get an itching in my stomach.
Oh, that kind of
I don't know how effective the suits are going to be, considering I haven't come out of my hazmat suit at all, and I wasn't in combat. So as far as I know, I have no punctures or leaks.
Sasha looks at him and says, "You are smart. Isn't less infection better than more infection?"
Yes, less infection would be better. Now,
so I keep suit on.
Yeah, it will help slow it down. It's just I want to make sure to let you guys know that even though you're in your suits, you're not 100% safe. But if you guys noticed, there was no infection in the freezers. So I'm kind of led to believe if we could do a quick experiment and we could take one of the corpses that we can scan with the bioscanner and leave it in the freezer and see if it can help slow or kill off the infection in the body. Because as you know, we pick up trace life form when scanning the corpses.
Okay,
if this works, it might help slow down our increased symptoms. Or
Eric moves one of the bodies in.
Correct.
Okay, so
it might help buy us some time, especially for you, Sasha and Snuffy, if Eric and I can get the inoculations back before you guys go critical.
okay, so there is now a body that has a fair amount of blooms and the moss on it now in the freezer, and I would assume that the group has now closed the door and is on the outside of the freezer, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What's next, kids?
We should go and access the laboratories.
Yes, machine is
Yes.
always right. Let's go.
Aren't the laboratories underwater?
They're leaking, and we also don't saw movement of something large in the maintenance tunnel underneath that.
So you're currently in room 4 on the storage area, and so doors lead to the two chambers that we had a little bit of controversy around as far as what the hell they were. There is basically there's an anteroom, and then it takes you back to Crossroads, coming out of Area 4.
So, John, I have a question.
Mhm.
Can I make a check of some sort to see if I can use a spare body cam to make it remote to where Eric can monitor it remotely?
I don't see why not. So you want to put a body cam on Eric, and then hack?
No, I want to set up a camera in the freezer to monitor the body while we go move around.
Okay.
Because that way we're not wasting time watching the body.
What are we monitoring it on?
So I know we have surveillance cams and body cams. It's just I don't know if there's a way that we can take the feed from the body cam and have Eric pick it up.
That's what I was asking. Yeah, what would I be viewing it on?
So, essentially what you want to do is you want to take one of the body cams and you want to patch it into the Choi Labs network and have it be monitorable as one of the security cams. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yes, that
Okay.
sounds perfect.
Okay.
Why don't you just take camera and point it at body? Security camera, point at body.
There's not one that's in the freezer. It's only in the main area.
Okay.
Okay. I have no problem with this. We have a couple of different, so y'all know what kind of skills y'all got. So who's trying this?
Well, I've got hacking. Well, no, I did have hacking, I thought.
Nope, you don't.
I have computers and hacking.
Yes, you do. So
I'll give it a shot.
okay, so
I'll try patching.
so we're going to the computers and hacking would be an intelligence check, and you'll get plus 25% to it. Oh, that is amazing. So roll under a 55, Dan.
I refuse. That's a 66.
Okay, it's a 66. So what ends up happening is you've done your level best to attach the available wires to the body cam, and it's not letting the blue smoke out or anything terrible like that to the body cam. You no longer have a body cam, Eric.
Okay.
So mark that on your sheet in case I fuck up and forget.
Will do.
And so it doesn't look super secure, but it's not a failure either. It's just not a great success. It's not a perfect success.
So it's like a patchy video of it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know exactly yet what it is, but you've noticed that it hasn't burned anything out, and it hasn't made any bad noises.
Okay.
Hasn't made any bad noises.
No, I mean, we've all done that one before, where you plug the thing in, and oh, well, shit, that's not going to work anymore. That didn't happen. So.
Okay.
And I'm giving you 5 extra experience points, Reggie, for that, because that was a very interesting idea.
Thank you.
Okay. And I did commit to you guys I was going to try and do a better job of handing out XP as we went along.
Oh,
I made a note.
Okay, thank you. All right, so there's now a jury-rigged former Eric's body cam in Who Wants a Body Massage? Just kidding. Every time I say that, I say, Who Wants a Body Massage?
We'll call it Corpse Cam 1.
Corpse Cam 1 in the freezer with the Mothman. I mean Moss Man, and you guys are now in Area 4, what has been known as the general storage.
okay. I think we should go to labs.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's
Cool.
do it.
Okay. So
Machina, you go first.
Okay.
Meat Shield 1 on the job. All right. So you move into Area 1, and I assume then you're heading over to the crossroads.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You are back in the crossroads, and when you are in the crossroads,
Could we
Yeah.
before we move on past 1, can we quickly check the camera to make sure it's working? Because we didn't confirm. So we're in the security room, so we should be able to check that.
Yeah, the security and monitoring station is actually in room 3, which is up above.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can go over there and try to tune it in.
Okay.
What would you want to do that?
Yeah. And say on my little map thingy, I thought it said storage.
Yeah, there's some
cell 1.
there's some inconsistencies in the map, so let's try to remember that this is a beta.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the crossroads, unless something gets in my way. I am going to go to the crossroads area between 2 and the labs.
Okay, so you're in that general one that has the rooms going to storage, labs, habitation, the big old elevator, and the security monitoring station. Got it.
That is correct.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, Adam, I apologize. There is the security check area in that I was getting ahead of myself. What I did was get ahead of myself. And, yes, so Eric is now in the crossroads area. You're pulling up the security check, and you do see it's very, very fuzzy. It's intermittent, but you do have a semi-workable feed from the freezer. And at this point, after a mere 30 seconds in the freezer, you don't see a noticeable change in the body yet. However, thermodynamics is a thing, even in the Mothership world. So, Eric is in 2. The rest of you clowns, where you at?
I'm going to follow Eric.
Okay. Sasha?
I'm walking because I believe Eric hasn't had a different directive yet over to labs, so I'll be walking with Eric over there.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'm gonna, after checking the monitor,
Follow
keep
along.
pace with the group.
Okay, so the group now finds itself within the crossroads area of Choi Labs, and in the middle of it, of course, there is a large hatch that says maintenance access. Off to in front of you, you see a hatch that is closed that says habitation, a hatch that says labs, and a hatch leading that says cargo elevator.
Okay.
All right, so we're still continuing on to labs.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, straight across.
Okay. The door's closed.
Awesome. Does it open when I try to open it?
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
What was that code again?
42069.
Nice.
Sorry, we're children. 42069. Does it open?
Access denied. Just kidding. Ha ha. Ha ha. Access
Man, this-
granted.
Okay, the door opens up.
Computer, you're the worst.
Shuts on you.
I can't tell you how many.
It's AI now.
Access
It's like one of
denied.
those.
Please see ultraviolet level clearance officer for permissions.
Sasha literally
God
hits the
damn you,
wall.
Sasha.
He's pissed. He's like, what is this?
Access
We get one of
denied.
those.
Just kidding. Ha ha. Ha ha. Access granted.
Sasha looks up. He says, maybe we should just go and not upset machine spirits.
Maybe you should shut up and not upset machine spirits.
Get one of those Dead Space animations where a door cuts them in half.
Oh, God. Where it's like, like just doing that.
Yep.
All right. Sasha's now visibly concerned about the computer system. It says, Machina, you should go ahead.
Yeah, I go through. I go into room 1 that says clicker.
Okay, so as you're walking through the hatch, you notice that it's been consumed by an organic growth.
Oh, that's
The
good.
corridor is choked with what looks like to be like a black seaweed dotted with white flowers, like stars in the night sky, as well as thousands of tiny insectile creatures that swim in between. Players are
Sorry, that swim?
that swim in between it. There's a lot of water in this area.
Okay.
Okay,
Reggie,
as you
Is
move
your-
through it, as you
sorry,
move
go ahead.
through
Reggie's
it,
in the other room.
as you move through it, you feel things crawling in and around on your suits, and dozens of tiny white flowers will break off and stick to your suit. So there you have it. That is what is, and every one of you suffers a stress.
Yep, sure do. How heat resistant are vac suits?
I mean, you should be able to use it outside in presence of a star, right?
Well, that's radiation, though.
I mean, wait.
Can I give a blast of the flamethrower over the surface of the water and cook some of this stuff?
I was going to Molotov myself.
You sure can.
Can we not do that?
You sure can.
Sasha, why shouldn't we do that?
You should save your ammunition. Save flame for bigger thing.
Well, the bigger
We're not
thing is
still
going to
along.
shrug off the fire, whereas the spread of the smaller stuff might be better to burn off.
Sasha looks at him and he says, "If you want to do this, fine, but you let me leave the room first."
Pussy.
I would like
No,
to
I
pay
definitely
for the
leave the room. Machina.
This is a group effort. Sergeant Snuffy, you're in control here. What do you think?
Burn, motherfucker, burn. Make these crispy.
All right, let's do it.
Give me a D10 roll.
Oh god, nope. Sasha leaves.
Too late. Too late. Too late. Roll a D10.
If you don't find a dice in the next 5 seconds, we're gonna roll it for you.
Roll a
No,
6.
no, don't let him roll.
Or the GM will.
I rolled a 6.
All right. Now I got to figure out what happened to you. So that was a failure. And I would like you to take... I've got to find the appropriate table here. Son of a bitch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the iPad is a terrible thing.
Yes. Yes. Have I not been preaching this for years?
That's okay. We all know Apple was a mistake.
I need you to take and roll 1d10.
It's not screwing up, John. It's a feature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, out of curiosity, John, it says for damage it's 2d10. Should I be rolling 2 of those to start?
Okay, I'm sorry. Where
For
did it say?
flamethrower?
Oh, 2d10. I'm sorry. I misread the wrong thing. No. No. In this case, you take 1d10.
Okay.
I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay. So roll another d10.
Yep.
4.
Okay, so you take 4 damage.
Okay.
So you pull the trigger on the flamethrower, and the improvisation that you had done to it, and the upgrade that you had done to it, fail miserably, catastrophically.
Oh, no.
You pull the trigger, and the fuel valve breaks, spewing fuel over yourself, and it ignites, and you take 4 damage, and you are on fire.
Wow.
Your suit has been breached, and you are now actually infected.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
Next time you listen to Slav,
Yep.
I'm gonna shit. Well,
That's dramatic.
All here in your
Yeah.
suit.
Also take a
Not to be a stickler here. I think I should take a stress from that.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, and take a stress. And by the way, also take a panic check.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll with disadvantage.
That's right. Roll 2d10s.
Find it.
Jesus.
Listen, you can take a guy out of the GM seat, but you can't take the GM out of the guy.
Yep.
All right,
I'm looking to
so
see if I have a med
I
kit or
rolled a
something.
12, and it'll go down to a 10
It'll go down to a 10.
because I have 2 resolve.
Yeah.
Minus 1 for each.
Okay. So
Resolve.
you didn't panic. You're on fire, but somehow you did not panic.
That's
He's a
some,
man, Reggie.
Okay.
wow.
There's some punk songs about
Steel.
that.
All right. So you did not manage to do anything to the black seaweed-like stuff, but you're on fire.
Okay.
What's the rest of y'all doing while your buddy's immolating?
Molotov. No.
I think we should probably push him into the water to put out the fire.
The bugs.
Dead. Yeah.
Okay, so I need each of you to add 1 stress.
Oh, whoa.
You just saw your friend light themselves on fire. You are stressed by seeing that. I don't
I'm
think
a
that's
teamster. I don't give a
unreasonable.
fuck.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All
right.
And then I need each of you to give me a fear check.
Was that each of us, you said?
Yep.
Yes.
So let's start off with Sasha.
Holy fuck! I passed with a 17.
Okay. You're at a disadvantage, so roll it again.
Yeah, don't forget to do it again.
Oh, fuck no! Come on.
That uncanny valley's a bit.
Roll it again, Rylan.
Machina loves you, but love is tough.
64. See you later.
So that's a 10. So you're still fine. Then Snuffy, how about you?
I rolled a 10 and a 7.
So you're at 7 stress right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So
that
I just
passes. I think
failed.
that just no. I think that just passed. So you're fine. Eric, you're at 10.
I rolled an 89, so an 87
You're good.
for resolve.
Yep. So you're fine. 87 would be a 15 minus 2. So you're good. All right. So now you get your friend is Reggie is on fire in a room full of black seaweed.
Halfway to sushi.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, let's soldier on.
Okay, I'm going to grab him and I'm going to drop him to the ground and roll with his body.
Has this been one full round? Can we see if the fire has gone out, John? Is
Okay.
that fair?
Yeah, that's fine. Roll me a d10, Adam.
Okay.
Roll a d6, see if it's a 1 or a 2.
Exactly. I'm not against that.
Wait, you want a D6?
4.
4.
No, I was being smart ass.
Oh, all right.
You said D10, right?
Yeah, I did, and the equivalent would be a 4. It's out. You
Okay.
you are out now.
Thank you, Snuffy. That hurt.
You no longer have anything resembling a functional flamethrower.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of that.
So there's now the burned out husk of a failed flamethrower in the water below your feet. Water's up to about your knees.
Sasha walks over and smacks him on the back of the head and says, "Ah, so smart, Professor, huh?"
I did as I was commanded.
Off floor, Sasha. Deal with it.
All right, let's keep going, guys.
Okay.
To access the laboratories.
Okay.
Yes. There it is. See, Machina, though. Let's go.
Okay.
I was
So,
asking
wasting time.
people.
so
Yeah.
getting back to what Dan wanted to do, which was far less lethal than what Adam had up his sleeves. You're in a room
Oh,
called.
If he didn't use the flamethrower, I was going to throw the Molotov and then shoot it with a flare gun. So he
Nice.
just skipped right to it.
Are you shitting me?
No, I was going to have everyone else leave first.
Jesus.
All right. There was, by the way, there was a 50-50 chance it was going to misfire. Sorry. So you're in a small room connected to the main habitation complex, which is the crossroads area, serving as a check-in, check-out mechanism for employees. The room is filled with a dozen corpses piled against the airlock, now covered in streams of hair-like plant growths. A dozen stained hazard suits line the walls.
I don't like any of this.
Yep, you can all add a
So does it
you can
look
all
like
add
the
a
bodies are
you can all
piled
add a
together, or are they
stress.
trying to cram over each other to get out?
You can all add a stress for seeing a dozen dead bodies at your feet.
Yes, sir.
That's just a Wednesday.
I feel you.
That's because we're trapped here forever.
Okay. What y'all gonna do?
So the bodies, I assume, are in front of the door, trying to get to the inoculation area.
Trying to get out. They're trying to get out. They're in this area. Basically, they were piled up against the airlock y'all just opened.
Okay.
So we're in that like sub room between 1 and 2.
You're in. Yeah, kinda. I mean, you're technically in the room that is labeled 1 that leads to Crossroads to your right, and then there's an anteroom,
Okay.
which is a connection set of rooms. That 2 is then beyond that one. 2, which is called
Okay.
general testing. Oh wait,
Yeah.
general testing.
It's
Yeah.
different again a little
Ding,
bit. It
ding,
doesn't
ding,
say
ding, ding,
Crossroads, but
Yeah, sorry guys.
it's okay.
The module. The module.
I know. Let's go over to 2. Yeah, Machina, let's open this door and go in.
Okay.
Okay. Pop in the code 42069. Nice.
Access denied. Just kidding. Ha ha. Ha ha. Access granted.
It never gets old.
Nope.
It never gets old.
No.
So the door opens up, and you see here that there are experiments focused on testing and experimenting with various flora that exist on the seafloor. Several rows of experiments line the one wall, while workstations are cluttered around the center. One workstation has a container of chemical injectors labeled BLM-C-14. A coffee machine sits defiantly in one corner, still working somehow.
Sasha walks over, sees the coffee, sees these labeled vials, says, Reggie, you figured out what this is? I make coffee. I'd like to perform a skill check to make coffee.
Sure. I am all in on this one. And as a coffee snob, hold your breath, kids. All right.
I passed him a water filter.
I don't know whether to do a fear check on this or to do an intellect check. All right. So no, let's. I'm that kind of GM that wants my players to have a free form experience. Please, Sasha, make coffee.
Okay. Heavy machinery? No.
Tell me the skill you're using.
I don't know. Chemistry?
Military training?
Military training is actually probably pretty close. Now that I think about it.
We don't have a contract, so we can do it.
I'll allow it.
All right, plus 10%.
Yep.
So
on your
here we
intellect check,
go.
I guess? Or combat. You
Yeah.
might be doing combat with that coffee maker. You never know.
Combat coffee. No, I've had combat coffee.
Depends. Is it a percolator or is it something a little bit less cantankerous?
Is it Black Rifle fucking coffee?
Not those
Give me
cucks.
a cup of cuck.
A cup of cuck. I rolled a 25, so I pass.
Okay, so the machine, you press the button on the flat bottom paper filter brewer. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. The water fills the basket. And much to your dismay, the liquid that comes out of the brewer has a mossy kind of yeasty smell to it.
Yeasty.
That's
great.
And it's
Which makes me wanna
brown. It's brown, but it clearly has a high particulate load to it as it fills the pot.
Sasha looks at it and says, maybe not.
You have chosen wisely. The infection I would have given you. Anyway.
Sure.
Meanwhile, back in the rest of the lab that is not a coffee maker.
Yep.
Who's
I'm going to
doing
try
it?
to make heads or tails of this BLM something 16
Okay, how you doing?
because I
that?
missed the first part.
BLM C14.
C14.
You'll notice that there are, so just in the area, several rows of experiments in line on the wall. There are workstations cluttered around the center of it.
Okay. Do I notice any kind of inoculation setup anywhere, like syringes
You
and things?
sure do.
Playing it?
You sure do.
Okay.
There are syringes, there are Bunsen burners, there are tubes. This is a lab.
Okay. Can I take? Can I get a blood sample from Snuffy and Sasha?
That would be up to Snuffy or Sasha.
Oh, baby, you can take all that blood that you need.
So I'm going to take a couple quick blood samples from them, and then I'm going to take that to a microscope and kind of take some of the stuff and
Don't forget to crack that back.
see if it fights what's in them under a microscope.
You betcha.
Yeah, let's get some thing action going on.
So this is how like cures work, right? You put the cure on the bad thing, and you put it under a microscope and you watch if they fuck each other.
Yeah, basically.
That's how all the movies show me.
Yeah.
So great.
But then again, I don't think you guys want to line up. I mean, Snuffy might be used to it, where you just get random injections. But
I mean, I got the scars to prove it.
He's a Marine, so he's used to the random injections. Yeah. I'm going to try to access the computer system at some point.
yeah.
So what order are we doing? What order are we doing this in? Do we have Captain Experiments a lot going first, or is Eric the robot accessing the computers first?
Let's do Eric. I figure I'm working on it while they're, messing around and stabbing each other.
While I'm drawing samples, he can access the computers.
Okay. So you have Adam, you have. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Reggie. You've pulled samples from our two, our Marine and our whatever the fuck Rich is. Union guy. Okay, that's right. Teamster. Sorry.
No, it's my class. Never mind.
Definitely, right. Definitely Barat and Sasha.
and Eric, you roll over to one of the terminals. You find it to be functional. What do you do? Spotlight. Boom. It's on you.
Hang on. I'm writing Bharat Nasasha on my paper. That's the fucking nickname ever.
I'm going to go up to the first terminal, try to boot it up if it's off. If not, I'm going to see if they actually locked their terminal like the regulations say.
And it hasn't timed out by now, huh? Oh,
Right.
Okay.
I don't know how IT works here.
This is true. It could be IT like in the Capitol where it didn't fucking lock by the time. Never mind. We'll just
So you push the power button on one of the terminals and it powers up and it presents you with a Windows ME sign-in page.
Jesus.
It never defragged.
We're in the future. Choi Labs runs on Windows ME. Go figure.
I'm literally not surprised. I'm upgrading a fax server that's 15 years old at my job. Why should I be surprised?
Seems legit.
Uh,
Listen, I worked at a place 2017 was when I left that was still using Access 97.
gross.
Yeah.
Eric, give me a hacking check.
Okay.
Before this goes completely off the rails, worse than it already is.
Oh, we got a 67.
All right, so you fail, and you hear the following.
Access denied. Please see ultraviolet level clearance officer for permissions.
Would you like to try again?
Sure. This time I'm actually going to search for file's name inoculation instead of, inculculation.
Inculculation?
Okay. And what'd you get?
I mean, I'm just using Sasha's porn terms.
Knowing the computer, it might work.
Right. 16.
16? Okay, very good. Windows open up and presents you with a number of file directories that are labeled Bloom Agent Analysis. And then there would be subfolders underneath that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll start poking around.
Okay, you start
I'm not going to understand anything I read.
You're poking around, and you are seeing that there are a number of graphs and analysis results. You see a set of folders labeled laboratory notebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop that open.
You open up that, and it opens up Microsoft Notes. And and basically you open it up. All the files. No, just kidding. I was going to say all the files are corrupted, but you find there's a tab in there labeled BLM-C-14, and you open it up, and you see that it is laboratory notes, and says good results noted. BLM-14C, preparing for distribution to Choi Labs personnel ASAP. Recommend immediate inoculation of staff.
Awesome. I mean, that's better than what I expected. I expected to say something along the lines of not for human use, lethal results.
We're
Yeah.
yeah. Nope.
Not-
This is the cure you're looking for.
Right.
Okay.
It appears, according to their notes, that we should inoculate immediately.
Okay. So
Can
who wants
Sasha
to go first?
Can Sasha hear this or no?
you're in the same room, right?
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
next.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Sasha says, "Okay, sounds like cure. How do you put in suit?
You
I
don't.
don't believe you do. Please remove your clothes.
No, you remove your clothes, Machina.
Okay.
No.
How did you not know that was going to be the response?
Oh, it totally was. I knew it was coming.
Would it
So,
behoove us to still do the sample testing before we inject ourselves?
Probably.
That's
We hope
entirely up to you.
I think it'd probably be safer for us if we just do the quick tests, since the blood samples were already drawn to see how it reacts.
Yeah, I'll do the rapid test instead of the PCR.
I
Yeah.
don't-
So I'm gonna continue. Like as Eric comes over with that information, let's say I was mid sample, and I've already started the samples. What do I see? Is it working, John?
I would like you to give me an intellect check. And let me see if you do you have any relevant
I get a
skills that you want
plus
to.
10, and I have chemistry.
You have chemistry. So let's go to a 49 on your intellect. Roll less than. You got a 50-50 chance here, buddy. Don't fuck it up.
All right, that's 100 percentile, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll under 49.
I believe in you.
40.
Okay. So good news as you take the blood samples that you're looking at them underneath the microscope, and you at first notice that there is what appears to be something that would normally might think about as a either a plant or fungus growing in the blood cells. Upon the addition of the liquid that has been in the sample labeled BLM-C14, you notice a rapid decrease in the number of fungus-like materials in there.
Okay. So, guys, I see a rapid deterioration of the infection in your samples. I think it's safe to assume that we can move forward with giving ourselves the shots. How much of this is available?
There is there's a rack of 10 vials.
Perfect. So what I'd like to do is I'll how many doses is in each vial? 1 for 1, I assume?
You have no idea. Oh.
Okay.
Maybe you should take vials with, and we find more research later.
We could sell them if we only need one.
What is with you and Space eBay? No.
Eric, you said that there was notes in the computer terminal, right? Charts and graphs.
That is correct.
Can I go wander over to the computer terminal and see if I can check the data to see if there's any dose limits to
You
what they use?
absolutely can get over to that computer and look for dose limits.
Okay. What kind of roll would you like, John?
I would like a less than 49.
I got a 23.
23. So you find in there that the nominal dose with the highest effectiveness in samples taken so far is 23 milliliters.
Okay. And then what's the milliliter on the bottles? Just out of curiosity for my notes.
They are 50 milliliters, and there are 8 of them.
So we're going to get about 2 per. Okay. So I'll go ahead and draw up 23 milligrams of into 3 syringes, and I'll give the 3 of us shots.
The GM would like to take a step back. Injecting 23 milliliters into the body is a fuckload of
No, I said
volume.
milligrams.
I know. I said milliliters, and I apologize for that. It's smaller than that.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's
my,
not
my
do
brain
23
went to
milliliters.
milligrams. So.
That's a lot of milliliters.
not jugs of mayonnaise.
It's like, here comes the cure. So,
God.
let's not do that.
Why you inject me with mayonnaise? No mayonnaise.
Slav cure for everything. Anyway,
So back to what I was saying earlier, Snuffy. Did you have to get this thing called the peanut butter shot when you enlisted?
I actually had that in basic training.
Yeah, I've heard of this. It feels like a wad or something that's underneath your skin. It's like so thick.
Yeah, except it's in your ass by your glute muscle.
Dan and I are just shaking our heads. We're just shaking our heads.
I mean, I've had subcutaneous hydration before, which sucks. I can only imagine if it's something like hard.
I think smallpox was actually worse than that, though.
No, this was worse than my smallpox, but whatever.
Okay, so
Anyway, let's push forward.
so you shoot some peanut butter into everybody's vein. Got it.
All right. And if math serves, now should I try this on Eric?
Please?
Okay, we'll use
up to the group.
the second half of the other one into Eric.
Okay, excellent.
I would like my teeth to be tighter.
Gee, there are so many good lines this episode.
Because Eric's a creeper.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, just in case you missed the memo.
It's what we appreciates about you, Eric.
Is that what you appreciates about you?
God, I can't wait for John Con next time.
All of us can't wait for John Con next time.
I know.
Fuck. All right, so everybody's got a shot of this shit in them. And Snuffy, I am happy to report that you feel less fake limbs on you. And Sasha, I'm happy to report that you feel less like your skin's about to tear off and fall into places it doesn't belong. And Eric, I'm happy to report your teeth are fully functional and nice and tight.
Everyone loves a nice, tight set of teeth.
And Reggie, I don't remember what was wrong with you, but it's better now.
Itchy tummy.
Yeah, your tummy is far less itchy. So, itchy tummy, true story, probably the name of a Gamera child. So the children in the Gamera movies, one of them was probably named Itchy Tummy. So, there you go.
It's also probably the name of a folk punk band.
All right, so you have found what is ostensibly the cure to the balloon.
So,
10 XP to everybody.
perfect.
All right.
John, while we're in the lab, I'd like to take a time to load exchange out the tranquilizer and my tranq gun with a little bit of the vaccine, because I'm wondering if I shoot this into one of the creatures, if it might have some decent effects on it.
You just created anti-vaxxers' worst nightmare.
Well, I mean, think about it. If we run into that big thing in the maintenance hatch and I shoot it with the vaccine, it's going to instantly start breaking it down.
Think that's
In theory.
I'm
we have a ranged vaccine gun.
So okay, so let me I mean that's an interesting idea.
Molotov is ready.
If the GM says it's an interesting idea and ponders, you should probably stop.
I'm gonna need a roll.
I mean, John is a GM, but he's not me, so.
And I'm not a good GM. I'm a vindictive GM. So I would like to see a mechanical aptitude. So yes, maybe. Kind of first aid. Give me a first aid check, and I'm going to roll that on your intellect. So let's give this a 49.
So I do have first aid as well as pathology, if that helps at all.
Nope, that doesn't. Pathology doesn't help you a bit. But I'm going to give you first aid because of this is kind of like you're rigging a hypodermic needle. So let's go with that.
I got a 60.
You got a 60. So you take one of your precious 8 vials as you attempt to shove that into the dart gun, and it breaks the vial and it pours out onto the floor. And you now have 7 vials of the of the cure.
Okay. I'm not going to try that again, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just You ask us things first next time. No more fire, no more vaccine gun. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 0 for 0 for combat utility.
He's got he's got a couple of major fails on his hands, so that's fine.
John, you said that the blooms got all over our suits in the water, right?
They did, yes.
I'm gonna try. Like, I'm gonna bend down and like get some of the vaccine all over my vac suit fingers, and then basically poke and prod at some of the flowers on my vac suit and see if it has any direct contact impact.
Oh.
I know that how
give yourself 5 experience points.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna I just want to make a note of it here on the sheet. And yeah, give it a shot. So you crack open vial 7 and put it on your vac suit, and then on your fingers of your vac suit, and you're dipping it into the water in an area where you see blooms and things like that.
Oh, no, I thought we had some of the petals and blooms stuck to our vac suit already.
You do.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's using some of the one of the vial I just broke and trying to rub it on it.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay,
yeah.
very good. Okay.
Less chance of success, but more chance of broken glass.
Yep. You do see that it starts to begin changing color, and it starts changing to a from this more of a vibrant green to a gray brown, to it starts to, especially on the outsides of it, it starts to immediately change color.
It appears that the vaccine creates zombie flowers. That was a joke.
Ha ha.
Very funny, Machina. Very, very fun.
I will make myself more funny.
Do not adjust your AI at all.
So here's a question, John.
Yeah.
In this lab, is there enough supplies for me to synthesize and make more of this vaccine?
So far, you have not accessed any type of recipe information or production method information at this point. You have found vials. You have found things that are labeled.
Okay.
Can I just do a scavenge check, see if I find any goodies?
Yeah, for sure. Give me a D100 roll.
Ooh, these are the best. 25.
25. You have found what were you looking for?
Anything that's useful.
You have a pound of sausage. I don't know. You have you're in a lab, so you have found various and sundry glassware items and an interesting looking Bunsen burner.
All right, I'm not taking any of this.
It has the name. It has the name Paul written across the bottom of it.
The proper name for that is an alembic.
Well, guys, if we go out to the right, we can go collect the samples. It's only 2 rooms down.
Let's go get your sample.
Yeah, come on, Hitachi, you're with me. Point.
Okay.
I am disappointed that we have not found any living people.
Was that
That's
the
really
joke
sweet,
machine?
It would be a shame if everyone was dead.
He really creeps me out sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most times.
Okay. So you were in 2, and you've now exited the area. Where are you going?
Let's just go down straight to 4 guys. Let's get them.
We'll have to move the bodies.
Okay.
Boom.
What's in 3 that we're skipping?
So you move past a door labeled closed environ testing.
Nope.
And on the other side of the hallway, you see a room called maintenance access.
Yeah, we can probably skip that too for now.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably where the outbreak started.
I remember that level in Half-Life.
Okay. You move down to the next anteroom. On the one side is room 4, which has a label on it called sample testing. On the other side, you see a set of viewports that are looking out towards the sea floor, and a room at the far end that is labeled Sea Environ Testing.
I'm going to go stare at the seafloor.
Okay. So you
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
Sasha grabs him. It says, Machina, where do you go?
I would like to see if there are any people out there.
I don't think there are any people out there, Machina. Let's go to number 4, sample test.
They'd be mermaids if they were out there, not people.
I did not know that this lab engaged in genetic modification.
Does it surprise you after seeing the plants?
I would like to see a vac suit for a person with fins.
You know, we need, next time we bring smarter Machina,
I can make myself very smart.
No,
maximum smart, please.
this didn't work out in Westworld. It's not going to work out for us.
Reggie's going to turn on into the sample testing and see if he can collect the samples.
All right, so punch in the code 42069.
Nice.
For door 4.
Access denied. Just kidding. Ha ha. Ha ha. Access granted.
So
Sasha
That makes
looked
the night
up.
better every time I see her.
Is it going to say this every time?
probably, unless I contact the computer and get a different one.
I think this is perfect.
So, several rows of small containers and a variety of testing devices line the interior wall, with sample storage vaults lining the walls. Various containers and storage vaults have burst open. Bloom growth is pouring out. And
Bloom
you hear
growth, that's
and you hear movement. You hear a scraping sound coming from the back of the room. And it appears to be moving towards you.
I raise my vibe shetty and retrieve my flare gun from its pouch. I set the Molotov cocktail on the floor at my feet, though. I don't want that to get.
Okay. All right. So, so let's talk first about how this works, because I have tried to bone up on this particular portion of the game. I need everyone to give me a speed check. So, the way we do this is you roll your normal percentile dice, and I want to turn this over. We'll do it on this one. Okay, so give me. Let's start off with Eric.
95.
95. Okay, give me Sasha.
54.
Snuffy.
64.
64. And Reggie.
49.
Okay, so you have all failed your speed check because you all rolled over your speed value. So the way that this works is we are now I'm going to roll for what you see coming towards you is what appears to be a large crab-like creature.
No.
Crab-like.
Yes.
Crab people.
No, crab people.
It has it has two large claw-like mandibles in the front, much like what you would expect to see on a sea floor of an ocean. So it is crab-like in nature, but it's not quite the crabs like what we would normally see on the planet Earth, because it's almost like the imitation of a crab. Okay, it's like a mimic of a crab. Like if you didn't know really what if you didn't know what a crab really was, but kind of knew what a crab was, this is what this is. So it's not a perfect crab.
That sounds
Not a
strictly
big- Yeah, not a big fan of carcinization as a process. I don't like the idea that like things just keep turning into crabs.
Yep. Now, this thing turned into a crab.
Yeah. I'm going to put my money down on that this thing was a person. That,
Okay.
not a fan.
Okay.
Okay. Do we get to do things?
Not until it does a thing.
Kind
It's going to first go after Eric. And what is your armor number?
regrettable. My armor 25.
Okay, so my combat is 60, yours is 25. We roll an opposed check, and
Okay.
whoever has the highest and still passing gets the
Right.
attack off.
Fuck me.
So I had a 92, so he missed his attack.
I had a 62.
So you missed your attack. So it's a draw. Okay, nothing happens at that point. However,
Swinging that fire machete.
he's not done yet.
Yeah.
Now he's going to use his slice attack. Same target, 23. He hits.
26. I do not, because I have a 25, don't I? Yes.
Okay,
But
you take 3d10 damage.
I don't like any of this.
You take. You take.
Oh, no.
Is that right? What's your health?
Probably. My health is 36.
You just took 30 damage. I rolled
That's
10,
it?
10, 10.
What?
I rolled 10, 10,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. No, that's Mothership. I mean, listen, I modeled this character on Bishop partially, but this is not like I didn't mean to be a direct homage where I get cut in half.
I will carry your severed head to safety.
Excellent.
Slap it
Perfect.
on the next emergency.
And I hate to break this to you. I hate to break this to you, but there's a third attack.
I figured. Yeah.
And
What?
it's a 22. It hits.
All right, let's see. That is a 78.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You take 2d10.
Let's ride this rodeo.
You take 11 more points of damage.
Awesome. I am going to read up on what happens when you hit 0.
Okay. All right. So now Eric is down. Please read up on that, Dan. I could use the help with it right now.
No problem. Go for it. I'm working on it.
Sasha, you're up next. No, wait. Yes, actually, Snuffy's up next.
Shoot this motherfucker.
Okay, what's your combat rating?
So combat is 45 plus firearms gives me an additional plus 15.
Okay.
So less than 60.
All right, I'm going to take. All right, so roll less. So your combat is 60, less than 60, and I'm going. My armor is 40,
I've rolled a 55.
and I have. So you hit. I did not. So he takes whatever your damage is.
4d10.
Okay.
So 7, 7, 1, and a 9.
So add all that shit up.
So 10, 24.
24. Okay.
Didn't you say doubles were crits as well?
On your hits? Did you
Yes,
double on
so
your
I
hit?
rolled a 55, so
Okay. Forget what that does. Give me. I'll give you an extra 5 for that.
okay, cool.
I'm inventing shit now as I go along. Okay. So that's it for you, Snuffy. What about you, Sasha? Sasha, you're next.
All right.
Before we go to Sasha, if I can just interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So what happens is I have become unconscious. I need to make a body check.
Okay.
And if I succeed, I'm just unconscious. If I fail, I am dead.
Okay. So your body is a 40. So give me a
It's a
body
40.
check.
I'm assuming the rules are the same for androids.
Yeah.
Whew.
That
is a 36.
you are just unconscious, and we'll figure out how to make you less of that at a future
Yep,
time.
I'll look at that.
Thank you. You're the best.
Go ahead.
Snuffy?
Oh no, Sasha.
Oh, I'm
Sasha.
sorry. Sasha?
Sash. I'm assuming this is happening simultaneously, so I don't get to see Eric's body slump to the floor.
On this round, yes. On the next round, you will take a panic check.
Okay, great. I'm gonna fire my SMG at this thing.
Okay.
I have military training now.
Mm-hmm.
So combat's 37, plus 10%, so 47.
Okay. I had a 43 on my armor check, which passes.
I rolled a 57.
And did you pass as well?
Nope.
Okay. So nothing happens.
So I miss it or something?
Yeah.
Is that how that
Yep.
mechanic works? Okay.
Yep. And then Reggie, you're up.
So I'm going to go over and, because I'm a support character here, I'm going to try to go and stabilize Eric with my first aid skills and see if
Okay.
I can get him back online.
Okay. I haven't looked up how the hell medic works on this thing. Dan, have you gotten anything as far as getting people out of...
Yeah, so I'm unconscious. I regain consciousness based on a secret roll that you make. It's on page 10. You roll 1d10, and basically 1 is bad, 10 is better. It's actually somewhat similar to the SCAR system from Iron Kingdoms, where it's real easy to knock someone out. But although in this, it's a little easier to kill people.
He is still breathing, but he is slipping further from you after your attempt to make him better.
Ooh.
One more failed attempt like that, and you will kill him outright.
No, it does say, John, a crew member with a bed scanner can determine your condition. Additionally, scientists and androids who pass an intellect check can usually tell, as can anyone else with a relevant skill like first aid or biology.
Right, for the condition.
Mm-hmm.
So before I touch
his condition is he's laying almost in 2 parts.
Yeah, my condition.
That's pretty obvious. The thing is that you go over to try and fix him, and you didn't do such a great job. And he's starting to slip away. He's telling you stories about his early days as an IBM, and how he enjoyed becoming part of the Compaq family, later becoming part of HP.
I was originally conceived as a accounting system for people.
Lovely. plus 5 experience for you for great role playing.
Thank you.
One other thing, when you guys are rolling your armor saves or whatever for these combat, are you adding your suit's armor percentage?
Nah.
Just throwing it out there for future rolls.
Appreciated.
Okay. Lastly, let's go with so Reggie, you did your less than stellar patch up job. Here comes the crab.
Actually,
Crab.
can I also throw an auto med down his throat?
So sure, toss one down his throat. Give me 1d10.
There goes your hand.
That's the last auto med you've got, right?
Let me check my sheet. I have 5 still, because you made me take them back when I couldn't give them to their vac suits.
Okay, so you now, Dan, you are now no longer, you are conscious and have 3 hit points.
All right.
Okay. Crab sees you hovering over its prey, Reggie, and attacks you first with its bash attack. He rolls a 23, which is a success. What is yours?
Let's see here.
This is your armor save.
So I have a 7% armor save, and then my armor is For scientist, 30.
So
And am I rolling the 100 percentile? On
under 37, please. Yes.
I rolled a 52.
Okay. So you take 2d10 damage. So you take 7 damage. Now he's going to hit you with his slice attack. 58. He hits. He has a 60 combat.
I rolled a 34.
And
for armor.
And that does pass, but my roll is higher than your roll, so you take 3d10 damage.
Okay.
Bleh.
So you take 4, 9. You take 13 damage.
Okay.
And because he has 3 attacks, he rolls a 61 and misses.
Can I swing back with my stun baton?
Not until it's your turn. Okay. Next up is Eric at your whopping 5 hit points. What would you like to do?
Yeah, about that.
You will be rolling with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you're not at full battle strength at this point.
No, I don't have first. Oh wait, no, I do have first aid. What am I talking about? Of course, I have first aid. I'm going to use my first aid kit to try to bandage myself a bit.
Okay. So you haul out your first aid kit and you apply staples to all your gashes that are coming out. And
Legit.
we've seen
Some of that double-sided tape.
And you've got a roll of 3M packing tape and fucking giving it the business, and it's fucking amazing. All right, so you have you're stabilized, and you now have 10 hit points.
Okay, awesome.
And that takes care of your actions for this round. Moving on to Snuffy.
Okay, let's try to shoot this crab again.
Okay.
He sounds scary, and I don't want to get sliced.
I passed my armor check at a 38. What do you got?
Okay. So, what do you mean passing an armor check? I'm confused.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
Two percentile dice.
That is an 88, which is a critical failure.
88 is a critical failure. What weapon were you using?
My poor submachine gun.
Okay. The submachine gun jams as you attempt to shoot it, and the crab looks at you and gives you the following look.
Sports! Pull! Observe!
That is the end of your round, and you have a jammed weapon. By the way, this is not how I intended the adventure to end, but sometimes dice hate. All right. Sasha.
Are we allowed to know how much rough health it has left?
This crab is singing the blues.
Okay, good.
Stoppable.
He is
Because it
singing
was
the
going to
blues.
be either continue or GTFO.
It is singing the blues. If
we're gonna
one of you
continue.
could pull your head out of your ass, you might kill it.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it again with my SMG.
Okay?
Can I use like a focus point or something?
No, you cannot use a focus point. But it did have an abysmal success. Dan, that's an amazing crab logo there in the chat room. Thank you.
So my combat's 37 plus military training is 47.
Yep. Okay, so roll some dice.
Is that a...
Literally any success wins you, this one.
65?
Whoa, that seems bad. What's your combat score?
37.
Yeah, that's a failure. All
Lynn.
right, so
Lynn.
so you don't damage him, and then so Reggie, you're done patching up Eric, what's your next move?
I'm gonna slam a stim pack into my leg to heal 2d10.
I didn't realize you had any damage on you.
You took me down to 14.
Oh, 14?
health.
Okay. I'm not keeping track of these things. That's your
I am.
responsibility. All right, so you slam a stim pack in, and now what are you up to?
So I'm gonna heal 11, and then I'm gonna try to, I guess, shoot this thing with the rigging gun.
Okay.
See what your strength and combat increases are.
The crab fails his armor save, so just succeed, and you will do some damage to it.
So I'm also increasing my strength in combat by 2d10. So that's going to increase by 4.
Do I just grab the rigging gun in 2 hands and swing for the fences instead?
I mean,
Probably should. So combat's going to be never mind. I'm a 16.
You are fantastic. Good luck.
I think it might be better to. Who else took damage? Rich?
No, I didn't take any damage during this combat. I had previous damage.
Snuffy didn't either, right?
Eric is
Nope,
still
I'm healthy.
Eric is still in a bad place.
So I'm gonna take, instead of combat, I'm gonna slam it back into him as well to
Okay.
give him 2d10 healing.
Okay.
How many
Want
did
me
you
to
get?
roll that?
So he'll
Hang
heal
on, guys.
14.
My dog is singing the blues. It has to go outside. So
Okay.
intermission. Get yourself. How many did Eric get back first?
14.
14. Okay, so
14.
he's
Awesome.
at 24 right now. Okay.
And your stuff will increase by 6 for your strength and
Take-
combat.
Take
Drugs.
so take
Yes.
take 2 minutes. Get yourself a beer. This is
Perfect.
the Mothership RPG.
BRB.
Oh, I don't know. I'll kill a minute here, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's see.
At least you got the sports joke.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Actually, that's a good thing we can explain. So, sports is an acronym that the military uses to remind idiots how to deal
Clear a
with
weapon jam.
when something goes wrong. So you're holding it, right? You're holding it like this. If you're a right-hander, and you go to pull the trigger, something goes wrong. What do? The first thing you do is slap. And slap is, if I'm not mistaken, is you hit the magazine to get it to reseat into the weapon. Then the P is pull, which is pull the bolt back.
Charging handle.
Charging handle, whatever. It's connected to the bolt. Pull the bolt back and let go. O is observe what happens. Did something fly out? What happened? Did it go off? Which is probably likely, because M16 suck. The R is fuck. I can't remember the R.
Reload.
No, it's
It's the forward assist, but I don't remember.
it's the
what
forward
it
assist, but it's something stupid.
means something stupid. There's a little button on the side of an M16 A2 and further that reseats the round because the design fucking sucks.
Yeah, basically just forces the round to go forward into the chamber if it's not seated. Yep. That's all.
And then T is trigger.
Tap.
Tap.
That's what the button is, because R's something else. Tap the forward assist.
And then what's S at the end?
Squeeze.
Squeeze the trigger?
Yep.
Ah, all right. Not bad. Last time I qualified M16 was circa 2007. So, all right.
I qualified last year, but I had an M4. It's a lot fucking easier with a cog.
Oh, I bet. Dude, I qualified. For anyone who doesn't know listening, I was an aircraft mechanic, not a guy who was issued a gun like on regular trips and stuff. So I'd only ever touch a rifle when it was time to qualify, or if I was like outside of the base. And a lot of people in those situations. So when they'd get the guns out of the armory for us to requalify, it'd be like the triangular guard Vietnam era M16s that were converted to A2s, and they're garbage.
Yeah, if they're that old, that means they probably had so many rounds they would jam like every other shot.
Oh, they were terrible. They were terrible. Just constant jamming. Constant.
Yeah, no, I had to qualify on those back when I was a little baby, a cadet. And yeah, those sucked.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible.
As soon as Stash gets back, I'm going to give you guys some bad news.
Oh, great.
At least it's not a change of pace. We're getting kind of used to it.
Mothership is a long exercise in bad news.
Hey, it's just preparing me for 2021, right?
Been a good year so far.
It could be worse.
I mean, so far so good. The COVID is still going down in my area.
But new stuff's coming out.
Yeah, well,
It just found the Brazilian strain here.
the funny part about the Brazilian strain is that it has no pubic hair. Oh!
On the bright side, I am authorized to go get on the vaccine list, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I got mine last
Thank
week,
you.
my first shot.
I'm jealous.
Oh, that looks delicious, Dan.
I like the
All right.
process.
Look at that pour.
What do you got there, Dan? I missed that.
Oh, my dog
Yeah.
is pissed. My dog wants food. I'll be right back.
The Finizzi Swamp Thing from Savannah River Brewing Company in Savannah, Georgia. And it is a sour wit beer.
Oh, very good.
So it is a blackberry and guava sour wit.
John's dog, who he's feeding right now, his actual name is Chewy, but he calls him Foofer. And he is a golden doodle.
That's right. So Foofer is now happier he has food. So where we left off was Reggie did his last round of combat here, and we need to add a stress to each one of you because of what happened to Eric.
I feel fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they still saw it happen. And I'm going to need to go around for a fear/panic check.
Yeah.
So
Not to be a stickler, I think Eric gets an extra bonus because he took more than 50% of his health.
you are
Correct.
absolutely correct. Thank you for. I appreciate your honesty, and I will give you an extra 5 XP for being honest.
I already applied it, but yeah.
I will give you an extra 5 XP for already applying it.
Awesome.
That's worth giving out XP for.
Appreciate it.
So,
All right,
Rich,
so-
I remembered what the R was, if you care.
What was it?
So it's pull the charging handle, observe the chamber, release the charging handle, tap
Really?
forward assist.
Oh,
Hey, you got to break it down for the stupidest Marine out there. So-
this is true. This is true.
Speaking of crayons, let's move on to let's do some panic checks. So roll 2d10 and add the summation, Reggie. You're
Don't
at,
forget to do it twice.
yep,
Dan, you're the worst.
Reggie. That's you, Adam.
8. So with the -2, it'll be a 6.
Okay, so you passed barely. Snuffy.
I have rolled a 6.
So you
Very
did
nice.
not pass. Oh, now I get to look up the panic chart.
What are we rolling against, John?
Your stress level. You have to roll higher than your stress level. If I got that right, right,
Yeah, I believe that's how it works.
Holy
Hey,
fuck!
guys, every time I panic, you all have to make a fear save.
And he just panicked. So after we do our fear check, we can do another one. So I gotta find it here in the book. Where the hell is it? I'll find it. I swear to God. This is great podcasting. For those of you watching along, just relax. Okay, so 26.
So when
So I roll.
When you fail, you roll the effects.
Yes.
Yep. So that looks like a percentile.
Yeah. But I need to find the right table.
The panic effect chart
It's on
is
page
on
26.
26 as well. Oh shit!
is.
There's a good chance I die instantly.
Okay, so
Oh.
let's
What?
let's roll it, and you do 2d10.
Good God! Anything over a 30 and you die instantly. Good.
What'd you do?
38.
Oh,
You are dead, Snuffy.
What? No.
30 plus is a heart attack, instant death.
No.
it is.
It is. So,
That's why I took that resolve.
Snuffy, after having seen his dear, amazing comrade, Eric.
Hey, also, guys, just
Yeah.
before we go into this, that panic effect chart is you roll 2d10 and add your current stress. It's not a percentile.
Oh.
So you take your numbers, you add them together, you add your stress.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. What? So
No,
Brett,
that's
Dan.
fine. No, we're good.
we did it right.
No matter-
He's dead.
What
Well-
page is it on, Dan?
Page 26.
You might like this one better because if I rolled a 16, I gain a permanent phobia that you can assign.
Yeah, so how it works is it's just like a stress check. You're rolling 2d10 and adding those numbers together. It's not a percentile.
Is
It's
that
not
what
like a
you did,
D1.
Brett?
No, I rolled a percentile.
Okay,
so
I
adding them
apologize. So-
together would give me a 16.
Okay, so 16. And did you add your stress of 8? With
Yes, that was adding my stress. So I have crippling fear. I gain a new permanent phobia. Whenever you encounter this phobia, make a fear save at disadvantage or gain 1d10 stress.
Okay. Your new crippling phobia is of seafood or seafood analogs.
Whoa,
Nice.
whoa. I can't even have sushi now?
Nope.
That's horrible.
No sushi, no crab, no lobster, no.
If you
not-
see it
not
on
even
a
apples.
menu,
No,
if you see it on a menu, you will induce PTSD.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Don't go into the seafloor room.
that's way more inventive and nicer than how I would have been.
What's the PA rate?
I
Seafood.
love
I'm going to
You
go
know, the-
catatonic, and your asses are going to drag me around, so deal with it.
The ride out in the see-through elevator is going to be fun.
Okay.
All right.
It will certainly be adventurous, for sure.
Considering we're under the ocean.
It's amazing. Every time we go by one of those windows, one of those.
Oh my God!
windows,
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Shit, it's like I'm back in the NAM.
Okay, so who's given panic checks so far? I know that.
I have not taken one yet.
Okay, I think Eric and Sasha have yet to take one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
We also have to take one when Snuffy breaks.
Right.
When I
So you
was-
need to take
Okay.
another. We're gonna take 2. Okay, so let's start with Eric. So Eric, let's take one. You're at I believe 12.
Hold on a sec. I believe you are correct. I am at 8 plus
5, 13.
I'm at 13.
13, yes. So what do you got?
Yeah. A whole bunch of regret. That's an 11.
Oh, well, how about we go ahead and roll 2d10, add them together, and add 13 to that.
13.
Fuck.
16.
16. You now have a crippling fear. Your crippling fear. Fuck. I mean, I don't want to give you just a crippling fear of seafood because that would be redundant.
Yeah, right.
Your crippling fear is
Balloons.
of military people who are afraid of seafood.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So basically, it is a cascading effect. I dare say a waterfall of panic.
But up. plus 1 XP for awesome joke.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
And to that, I will also give the dad joke face. Okay, so there you go. Sasha,
All right. So I roll 2d10. My
2d10.
current stress is 6, by the way.
6? Okay, I had it at 7,
Yep.
but I'll give you 6.
I rolled an 8.
You did not panic. Roll another one because we're coming right back down again because we have a second fear check to do. So roll 2d10 again.
Oh, and you relieve 1 stress.
You're at 5. So you mix a little
That's a
batch on the side. And
All right. So now I roll. You want me to roll another one?
Yep, we have another one to do.
When I fail, you all have to roll one.
That's correct. So now you're rolling against a 5.
Is that a crit success? A 0? How does that work?
Can't remember.
I rolled a 0 on the
are
percentile.
high,
0
I
on.
think. I thought zeros were high.
No, zeros are low.
Because one is
They have to be high. They have to be
they're
full
tens.
10,
They're
because
tens.
on the chart, on the panic chart,
But-
it's 2 to 3.
but
There's no 0 to
But you're
1.
trying to roll below your stress level, so you're fine.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
No. So if I
Well,
roll
you're
10, I
above your
fail.
What?
My stress level is a 5. If I
Right.
roll a 10,
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're above it. You have to. If you roll below it, you panic.
okay, cool.
So,
All right.
So you're
Sweet.
cool. You're cool,
Another
Sasha.
one.
Now, Sasha has done his second panic check. We're now going to do the panic checks for others on their second panic check. So Reggie, give me a panic check.
I really thought I was going to buy the farm there.
Oh, don't worry. It's still possible.
Adam,
I'm a 16.
you rolled a 16, so you 2 8s.
And I rolled a 7. A 1 and a 6.
A
And
1
then
and a
it'll be
6
-2.
Is a 7, so you add 2. You actually want to roll under. So you're at a 7 plus 2 is a 9. So you're safe, barely, due to resolve. Eric, hi. Roll again.
Sorry. 9.
A 9, you're safe because you're at like a 13. And the last one.
No, that's a panic again.
No, wait. You rolled a 9 and your calm is a 13. Yes, correct. You are panicking. What was your roll? I'm sorry, Eric.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. Your
Oh
calm.
no, I'm sorry. I don't know how math works. We're good.
Yeah, I thought you had to roll under.
You do.
Your
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. You do.
I'm confused now. I thought that rolling under caused you to panic.
It
If you roll over, because that's what we did with Rich.
Yeah.
So you have to roll above your stress
Right.
in order to stay.
Right. So I have to roll a panic effect now.
Okay, so now you're rolling a panic effect. Roll another
Right.
one. So 2d10 and add 13 to it.
Oof. That is a 24. Uh-oh.
Catatonic!
Okay, so you're after having seen all of this, not after you have developed this crippling fear for military people who eat seafood, your head shivers violently. You lock up solid and fall over into the water.
Error.
You are catatonic for 13 minutes times 10. 13 no. 13 d10s. Holy shit. You're supposed to roll 13 d10 to find out how many minutes you're out for. Get back to me on that.
Adam,
damn.
And Snuffy, give me 2d10.
No,
Who's got?
I don't have to roll because I caused it, right?
I'll allow it. Okay. All right, so there you have it. Meanwhile, we're still not done with this crab.
Jesus.
So where we left off was okay. Eric is catatonic. I think Sasha was up. No, Snuffy was up.
Okay. I'm going to once again attempt to shoot the crab.
Okay. I
I
passed
rolled
it,
an 86, so that's a fail.
and so nothing happened. So and then we move on to Sasha.
I can just normal combat action, right?
Yep.
Okay. I again attempt to shoot the crab.
Okay. He passes his armor save, but what about your attack?
Oh shit! I might have actually passed. Holy fuck. Yep. I have a 37 combat plus 10% is 47, and I rolled a 45.
Okay, you have a higher result, so you do damage to him. What's the damage on your weapon?
I've actually never had to roll this before.
Mhm. In Mothership, crab kill you.
No, crab not kill you.
No.
SMG damage is 4d10.
Roll 4d10.
Okay. And we just add them together? Is that how that works?
Yes.
All right. So, 2, 2, 7,
And that's enough.
5.
Okay. So, you get 5 extra experience points.
Hallelujah.
I'm going to mark that on here. I don't want my dogs being an idiot in the background. But, so, Sasha, with his SMG, rears back, and and scores a direct hit upon the carapace of the crab-like creature. As it rips through the outer carapace of the creature, what appears to be flowers and moss and other things erupt from the outside of it, and it slumps down onto the ground, dead.
Well, that was dramatic.
And I feel like that's a good place after 2 hours of role playing to call it a night. So, so there you have it, folks. That's where we're at. So to recap a little bit about where we're at, Eric is laying in the water, floating oddly, and is catatonic for the next lots of minutes, I would guess, Dan. And I think the cats are fucking with my dog, and the rest of the kids have been cured and are no longer feeling any kind of adverse effects to the bloom. But they are in room 4, known as sample testing, and that is where we will pick them up next time on the Mothership RPG. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the continuing of our adventure. Good night, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful time.
Night, folks.
Do 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 do.